Deloris, Trice, Washington.
Okay, would you spell Trice for us?
T as in Tom, R-I-C-E.
Okay, thank you. And Ms. Washington, have you ever been employed by the DeKalb County Schools?
Yes.
And in what capacity did you work for the DeKalb County Schools?
I started out as a CDAE coordinator at Cross Keys High School for 6 years, and later became assistant principal at Cross Keys High School. From there, I was assistant principal at Southwest DeKalb and assistant principal to help open up the middle schools in Stone Mountain Middle School. And from there, I was assistant principal at Cross Keys again and became principal at Sequoia Middle School, which is a feeder school into Cross Keys. And after that, I became principal of DeKalb High School of Technology North, and later DeKalb High School of Technology South, and I retired December 2010.
And when you retired, were you the principal at DeKalb Technology South?
Yes, I was.
Okay. And did that school fall within the school district represented by Dr. Eugene Walker?
Yes.
And were there ever any occasions when Dr. Walker came to your school?
Yes.
On the occasions that he did come to your school, was he invited?
Yes.
Were there any occasions when he showed up without your prior knowledge that he was coming to your school?
Yes.
And when was that?
On one occasion, when I first became principal, he and also Mr. Jim Ridoverin, who was my former principal at DeKalb High School of Technology North, both had come by at some point to see the school and to see what programs that were available for a refresher, basically, I guess. But other than that, there were no other visits other than the times when he was invited. There were times, I'm sure you're familiar with the technical programs, but they are basically programs that are kind of built on political involvement and community advisory concerns. And we had several people from the community, business partnerships and community citizens that were involved. And there were times when Dr. Walker or any other board member, and there were other board members that might, that would attend a meeting that might have been arranged by EOC or some community group there. I remember one time they met on Saturday, but that was a community control group and they used the building, but arrangements were made. But never were there visits that interfered with operations in the school.
And were you aware of the district's chain of command policy?
Yes.
And did Dr. Walker ever do anything that violated that chain of command policy in regards to the visits to your school or interactions with you?
No.
Did Dr. Walker ever do anything that you considered to be unprofessional?
No.
Did he ever do anything that you considered to be unethical?
No.
And based on your experience with the DeKalb County Schools, do you think Dr. Walker would be in a position to ensure that DeKalb County Schools remained accredited and increase their accreditation?
I'm sorry.
Do you think Dr. Walker would help DeKalb County Schools remain accredited or increase their accreditation level?
Yes.
Okay, no further questions for this witness.
Cross-examination?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Washington, thank you very much for your testimony today. You're free to leave. You're also free to stay and watch, but you're not free to discuss your testimony with anyone.